Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Chess This Week. Starting with the events from the previous week, Magnus Carlsen didn't just win the prestigious Mr. Dodgy Invitational, but just crushed the field. He won the final by a margin of 6.5 against Grandmaster Dubo. Just look at that margin. Now let that sink in. This was the dominance displayed by the world's best player. It was as if it was the Magnus Dodgy Invitational, the MDI, rather than the Mr. Dodgy Invitational. Magnus was just absolutely dominant. Now in the other online super tournament which is going on, this chess.com Speed Chess Championship, this did not see such one-sided encounters. After Fabiano defeated Arjun by just a 2-point margin, Ding Lichen defeated Grischuk by the same 2-point margin, and Aronian defeated Andrikin by just a 1-point margin by a score of 15-14. The only one-sided encounter in terms of the scoreline in the Speed Chess Championship so far has been the match between Maxime Lagrave against the candidates champion Jan Nepomniachtchi. Now this one was won by MVL with a score of 19.5, Lennon 11.5. Now all these players, Ding, Caruana, Aronian and MVL, advanced to the semi-final. Now, these are not the only exciting Speed Chess Championship encounters. We have some spicy matches coming up. Magnus Carlsen taking on D. Gukesh. Now, that will be on the 6th of December. And Nihal Sarin taking on Anish Giri on the 7th of December. Now, Nihal has already defeated Anish in the Chess.com Rapid Championship. Will Nihal be able to repeat that feat? And what are your predictions for both these two matches? Do let us know in the comments. Moving on to the over-the-board encounters, the Tata Steel Rapid and Blitz truly lived up to its billing. Now, this tournament was supposed to be an encounter between some of India's finest, India's best, against some of the world's best. But the amazing Indian juniors, they just dominated the event. The Rapid Championship was taken by Nihal Sarin with a round to spare. Arjun finished creditably in the second place in the Rapid Championship with a very impressive win over Nihal Sarin, showcasing a 35-move preparation in their game. And Arjun just didn't stop there, but he also went on to win the Blitz Championship after an amazing win against Hikaru Nakamura in the penultimate round. He won with a 1-point margin. Hikaru finishing in the second place. Of course, you can never count out Hikaru in any of the Blitz or the Rapid tournaments or in any chess tournament in general. But Nihal winning the Rapid and Arjun winning the Blitz. But it was not just the boys. In the Tata Steel Women's Rapid, now this was won by Anna Oshinina after defeating Nana Zagnidze in the tiebreaker. But in the Blitz, Vaishali played fantastically, winning with a 1.5-point margin, taking the Blitz Championship. So big congratulations to Vaishali, Nihal and Arjun for their stunning performances in the Tata Steel Championship, as well as to Prag and Bhakti once again for winning the prestigious Arjuna Award in a very happy moment for the Indian chess scene. However, in a less cheery incident, the Indian Grandmaster S.L. Narayanan had a bit of a controversial moment in the Bundesliga. Now, fair play checks have become quite common in chess tournaments across the world, but S.L. took to Twitter to express how humiliated he felt, and this event happened in the Bundesliga. Before the first round, SL was one of the 5 players picked by the arbiter for a random check, but during the check with the metal detector, there was a beep sound and he was told to remove his shoes, and he was checked again, but there was another beep and he had to now remove his socks. The arbiter ran the metal detector on his feet, and there was again the beep, and when it was ran over another player, it turned out that the beep sound was from the floor. Now, the fair play checks are really important, but this should have happened not in the tournament hall in public view, but in a more private enclosure. And this is just the beginning of the fair play checks for the chess scene. I guess the organizers, the arbiters should be better trained on not just the security aspects of using the metal detector, but also in the sensibilities of the people when they use the metal detector. What are your thoughts on the incident? Do let us know in the comments below. Now, SL was clearly not happy with this incident and felt that the whole thing could have been dealt in a better way. And as far as this episode is concerned, I agree with him. Now, moving on to the over-the-board ongoing action, The women's candidates part 2, the quarterfinals, is ongoing right now, and Goryachkina has advanced to the semi-final by defeating Alexandra Kosteniuk with a score of 2.5, 1.5. The other quarterfinal is going on right now as we are recording this. Tan Zhongyi is leading against Katerina Lugno with a score of 4-3 in the tiebreak. The regulation match ended at 2-2 in the classical portion, and the tiebreak is ongoing right now. Meanwhile, the winner of this edition, the winner of this cycle, will play against Lei Tingyi in the final of the candidates to challenge the world champion Zhu Wenjing. And among the opens, the El Logrebat tournament is ongoing right now. 4 rounds are over and Hans Niemann is leading with 4 out of 4. He's the only person with a perfect score at the end of 4 rounds. Amongst Indians, we have Sankalp with 3.5 out of 4 and Aditya Mittal with a similar score as well. Aditya has a live rating of 2497 as we are recording this, so he's just 1 win away from becoming India's next Grandmaster, as he has already achieved all the norms and he just needs to get to a rating of 2500 in order to get his Grandmaster title. And the Bangladesh League is also going on, which features some of the top Indian Grandmasters. SL Narayanan once again turning up for the Safe Sporting Club, and Mitraba Guha, who plays for Bangladesh Biman. And at the end of 4 rounds here, it is Bangladesh Biman who's leading with a score of 4 out of 4. And in the upcoming events, once again, there's the Speed Chess Championship between Magnus Carlsen against Gukesh in the quarterfinals on December 6th, and the matchup between Nihal and Anish on December 7th. Another exciting quarterfinal. Once again, do let us know your predictions in the comments below. That's this episode of the Chess This Week. If you like this episode, do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and see you all next week.